Good morning, everyone. We are seeing a mostly clear start to the day on the western slope, and like what we saw last week, expect to see a dry start to the day with chances for afternoon thunderstorms expected to show up for the afternoon hours, and these storms mostly going to be down further south or closer towards the San Juans. However, we can still expect to see chances for a few pop-up thunderstorms over the higher elevations, more local to us on the western slope. And as we move forward, expect to be staying dry for the morning hours, and it's got quite a bit of rain last night. I'll give you more details in the full weather forecast.
Good morning. It's time to wake up, Western Slope.
Good morning, Western Slope, and thank you for joining us. I'm Krista Spadaccini. Yes, I'm back. It's Monday, July 26th, 5 a.m. Let's get our week started with a look at your top stories. We begin our week with wildfire coverage. The Morgan Creek fire north of Steamboat Springs continues to grow. With the help of the Rocky Mountain Incident Management Team, the fire has seen minimal growth. The lightning-caused wildfire has burned over 5,600 acres, and the blaze is now 7% contained, up from 4% on Friday. The fire started on July 9th, and fire crews are working tirelessly to gain more containment on the Morgan Creek fire, while other fires in the state are over 50% contained. Just south of the Morgan Creek fire, the Muddy Slide fire. The fire remains just over 4,000 acres and is 70% contained. There are 69 personnel assigned to the fire. Crews will continue to patrol the area, searching for any remaining pockets of heat. Now, I-70 east and westbound are open. Sunday afternoon, Colorado State Patrol in Eagle announced I-70 was closed between Eagle and Gypsum due to wildfire behavior. Taking a look at this video courtesy of the Colorado State Patrol in Eagle, Colorado, a wildfire between Eagle and Gypsum caused I-70 to close in that area. At last report, the blaze is contained, and again, I-70 is open in both directions. Erratic fire behavior and strong winds push the fire to the east, running along the interstate. And the wildfires don't stop on the western slope, though. Astonishing images of homes up in flames in Northern California after wildfires tore through the region this weekend. CBS's Laura Podesta tells us the extent of the damage and if firefighters have any grip on the situation.
Flames and plumes of smoke destroyed multiple homes as fire tore through Plumas County in Northern California this weekend. The Dixie Fire, which sparked July 14th, had already leveled over a dozen houses when it ripped through the tiny community of Indian Falls on Saturday.
It looks like a horror film, to be honest.
Jake Edwards had to evacuate his home. He captured these stunning photos of the hazy orange sky.
It's just been absolutely bizarre, with all the smoke and you can't breathe.
One team, one fight.
Sacramento Metro Fire is among the agencies fighting the flames. Many of the crews have just returned from Oregon, where the bootleg fire has already scorched more than 400,000 acres.
Coming right on back of each other, it does become an endurance game. It's almost like an endurance sport for the entire summer.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown spoke about solutions.
It's incredibly important with climate change that we get into these forests and start doing the thinning and harvest and prescriptive burning, so that we can create healthier landscapes that are more resilient to wildfire.
More than 85 large wildfires are currently burning, most of them in western states. They've scorched an estimated 1.4 million acres. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Montana is the latest battleground in the intense and early wildfire season. 5 firefighters remain hospitalized after sustaining burn injuries. Turning back locally, the future of the BLM headquarters and how to fight the devastating wildfires that have hit this region. Those are just 2 of the topics discussed during the Interior Secretary Deb Haaland's visit to the Western Slope. The Secretary's visit comes as the Department of Interior reviews the BLM headquarters in Grand Junction. And this morning, Arlene Takata shares how our elected officials are determined to show the Secretary why the headquarters should stay in Colorado.
Interior Secretary Deb Haaland met with local elected officials and community leaders in Grand Junction Friday. The major issues discussed in the meeting: wildfires, and the future of the Bureau of Land Management's headquarters.
As we move forward, we must confront the reality that a changing climate is fueling these fire disasters. Wildland fire mitigation must be viewed through the lens of climate change resilience.
The Colorado delegation's bipartisan goal is to keep the BLM headquarters in Grand Junction. Officials like U.S. Senator Michael Bennet and Congresswoman Boebert invited Secretary Haaland to Colorado so she could personally witness the importance of keeping the headquarters here.
It's a huge benefit to the American people if their government can be closer to them. And that's what this really represents, the opportunity to get the agency out to the public lands that it manages with the help of all of us, the people that are actually using the public lands out here in Colorado.
Members of the Colorado delegation say it's not just about keeping jobs in the state. It's also about effectively fighting wildfires and drought throughout the West.
Last year, we had 3 of the largest wildfires that we've seen in the state of Colorado, and we all live and breathe the effects of those.
Secretary Haaland's intention is to prioritize the employees of the BLM and the health of the agency.
I spoke to employees of the BLM's headquarters group, the 20 located in Grand Junction, as well as a few hundred in D.C. and around the West. It was an eye-opening experience and reinforced my conviction that we need to put the BLM employees first and do what is right for them.
And she says she'll take everything she learned on her visit here in Grand Junction into consideration as she decides on the future of the BLM.
I also remain open to the idea that Grand Junction can and will play a significant role in the BLM's future.
Lena, thank you. And Governor Jared Polis was also at the meeting on Friday afternoon and says fighting the drought and wildfires will take a joint effort from the state and federal government. He says increasing the BLM's footprint in Colorado will benefit the entire West. Some agencies utilizing BLM lands were not present for Friday's meeting. We'll hear from some of them and how the agency's decisions impact our area this week. With ongoing severe drought conditions, there is a voluntary fishing closure. This closure is along sections of the Eagle and Roaring Forks rivers. CBW says it is asking anglers to voluntarily avoid fishing after noon because of the warm water temps and low stream flows. The specific closure sections are on the Eagle River from Wolcott, the Highway 131 bridge downstream to the Colorado River about 13 miles, and Roaring Fork River, Carbondale, the Highway 133 bridge downstream to the Colorado River about 25 miles. Colorado Parks and Wildlife is also monitoring the flood's impact on the Poudre River's fish population. They've determined some fish have died and more could, especially if there's more flooding this week. Most of the fish died because of sediments that have gone into the river from the Cameron Peak burn scar. CBW says the rainbow trout population is sustained through annual stocking efforts. Meanwhile, the brown trout population is self-sustained, but CBW has the ability to add more fish to the river if needed. A broader survey is expected to take place in October. Severe drought conditions and low water levels are not just affecting the tackle and bait industry, but also how Mesa County residents choose to spend their time outdoors. Chance Stickland caught up with a local river supply company to see how it's affected business.
It's summertime in Colorado and residents are out enjoying the waterways. But according to the USGS, water levels in Mesa County are categorized as below normal. A local river supply company says the concern is the flow of the water because of the drought.
We are hoping that rivers will still be runnable. Some rivers are still runnable. You just need lower or smaller crafts like an inflatable kayak rather than a big raft. And some skills too. You need to be able to move your boat around obstacles in the river.
Obstacles, such as rocks, challenge everyone's ability to travel down the river, but can strengthen your skill set on the water.
Don't hesitate. Actually, at low water, it gives you an opportunity to gain some experience in dodging rocks. It builds up your skill level.
Wet Dreams River Supply has seen a decline in boat rentals because of low water, but business is still thriving.
It certainly has affected our rental business. It's kind of sliding off. Purchasing of boats and anything from big rafts to stand-up paddle boards and pack rafts, we've certainly not slowed down at all in that.
While low water levels has affected fishing in portions of the western slope, it hasn't stopped people from coming out and enjoying the outdoors.
I just like paddling. Paddling and rowing boats. Yeah, just the motion, the peacefulness of being out on the river.
Encourage you to get out there and boat, know what you're up against, know where your skills are, and match the skills with the water.
Chance to thank you. Mesa County Libraries are helping students and families prepare for the upcoming school year. Weekly book sales and drop-off opportunities will continue in Mesa County throughout the summer. Residents can swing by the weekly book sale from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. each Friday and Saturday through August 6th. The book sales take place at the First Congressional Church off 5th Street. Stock up on reading material to add to your home library or for school. You can also drop off unused books while you search for your next read. Proceeds from these sales will benefit programming at Mesa County Libraries. Please note all sales are cash only, and volunteers can help you find your next book while you support local libraries. Just 2 weeks before the start of the school year for District 51 in Mesa County, there was an opportunity for some students to pack their bags before the first day of school. Our Austin Sack spoke to some families who say the event saved them a trip to the store.
Students across the valley are preparing to head back to school, and Operation Backpack is supplying students with the basics.
I think it's great that we have organizations like this that are able to come out and help provide these tools for parents to kind of help ease the strain of all the things that we've got to get together when it comes to back to school.
Back to school season is here, and getting ready for school has never been easier. The Americans for Prosperity Foundation, through Operation Backpack, is giving students and their families the opportunity to stop by today's event and feel prepared for school by getting a free backpack filled with supplies. The Americans for Prosperity Foundation understands what it takes to get a student ready for school, and supplying backpacks is just the beginning.
Today is a combination of making sure that people have access to both the resources and the information to make the best decision for their child.
Students receive supplies, and families had the opportunity to have a conversation about their students' educational needs.
Yeah, we have supplies, but we also have information about open enrollment periods. We have information on there about tutoring and other forms of educational resources that family need, be it all the way from homeschool to traditional brick and mortar schools, because every child learns differently. We want to make sure that parents have the right information to help their child.
The Americans for Prosperity Foundation wants to support students and their families so that they are not just prepared for school, but also understand all the educational resources available to them. For Wake Up Western Slope, I'm Austin Sack.
In the latest ag news, more of us are changing our shopping habits due to inflation. More details in today's Ag Day Minute.
I'm Clinton Griffiths with today's Ag Day Minute. Buyers are making some hard decisions at the stores due to inflation. A survey from data firm Numerator says 54% of people are moderately or significantly concerned about future price increases, and 55% say they have changed their shopping habits in the past month because of increased prices. Now 60% say they'll switch to lower price brands if significant inflation continues. Having stickers on certain fruit and vegetables could hurt U.S. exports to France. The French Parliament passing an anti-waste law which prohibits non-compostable stickers on fruits and veggies. Many U.S. grapefruits and some sweet potatoes have stickers for traceability and marketing. Now, the U.S. shipped $20 million worth of sweet potatoes to France last year. The U.S. is the fourth largest supplier of grapefruits to the country. You might have to wait longer for your pizza next time you order from Domino's. The company says deliveries in some areas are running behind by, quote, a minute or two. Domino's says the problem is a staffing shortage. It says it's raising wages in hopes of attracting more workers. And a smelly situation on the road in Central Florida after a crash involving a tractor trailer and a dump truck. The dump truck spilling cow manure all over Interstate 95. For more Ag News, watch Ag Day weekdays on the station or anytime at agweb.com.
Up next, we'll have your full weather with our meteorologist, Chris Knoll. But first, Chris, did you miss me?
I did miss you, actually.
Oh, that's so kind. That's so kind. But we still have Riley somewhat with us because we have our dog Penny this morning.
That is true. And with the dog Penny, we have the dog walking forecast, as we can expect to see a cool start to the day, mostly clear. But as we start getting to the afternoon hours, we'll see a little bit more cloud cover, and we'll even see a 25% chance for some afternoon rain showers at 3 p.m. I'll have more details for you in the full weather forecast.